So for example, here's one. Have a look there. Do you see how the pin, yeah, everybody see that? See how the pin is, well, it's not bending. That pin, it's loose, yeah. Because the bushing is supposed to go all the way around the pin, right? And it's supposed to really be contacting the pin all the way around. But this bushing looks like it's more of a crescent shape. It only goes, I don't know, 3/4 of the way around, so it's way loose. First we're going to get that out of there. Okay, first thing is we've got a little drill bit that we've just glued into a scrap piece of wood, and that's going to clean out the bird's eye.
Do we use the...
I think we're good. We don't want to use a drill because it will crack for sure. You have to be super. There we go. Go all the way through with that. So I got a nice straight line through there. This diameter happens to be 100 thousandths of an inch. So what's 100 thousandths of an inch times pi?
3,000.
Yeah, about 300 thousandths of an inch or so. And actually, I'm going to subtract a little bit because the circumference, right? It should be 3.14 or whatever times the diameter. But because we've got some thickness here, whenever you go exactly, if you were to go exactly 314 thousandths, it would actually be a little bit. It would come around and it would kind of wrap around on itself. And ideally, we want it to just join in the middle. Okay, so we've got some bushing cloth here, and we want to tear it. We don't want to cut it. Anybody know why? Yeah, you kind of want those fuzzies to come around when they go around the circle. If you've got kind of a fuzzy edge here, it comes around, and the fuzzy edge here, it kind of like meshes together. But yeah, that's a good reason too, because it's woven, so it's all in a straight line. So when you tear it, it stays in a straight line. So I'm going to go, maybe I'll go like, I'll try 290, see how that does. So I'm just going to get started with scissors. Okay, so that answers my question, I think. Yeah, we look pretty consistent. So that original one was torn because that is nice and straight. See if we can get these scissors to work now. Come on. Okay, I think it looks pretty good. All right. So pull it through to almost to the end. You don't, obviously you don't have to have a super long strip like this, but if you're doing a bunch of them, which Mike has a few of them to do, he'll probably only use, that much of it. Okay, then I'm going to put my PVC glue on both sides. So right there. And then where am I going to put the other one?
In the middle.
Yeah. Doesn't have to go all the way around. I mean, I especially want to avoid where they come together, because I just don't want to get any PVC glue in there, or else you could squeak. And this is where you got to be really careful, so you don't pull it all the way through. Okay. And then for this, kind of want to slice it off in like a pushing motion as opposed to sawing, which you need a fresh razor blade. I can clean that up a little better. See how that's still a little bit fuzzy there? I'm going to clean that up a little bit more. Okay. Okay. There, that's better. That's why it's in your mind is like hard, because this is, I mean, how hard was that?
It didn't look hard, but nothing you do looks hard.
It's not. Okay. Okay, then I'm just going to make sure that I'm in the center of the hole to kind of get that reamer started. Then I'm going to go the other side, do the same thing. Again, you want to make sure that you're in the center of the hole, because it is possible to accidentally, like if you just rely on the kind of natural contour of the felt, because it's in a circle, usually it'll find its own circle, but sometimes not. Sometimes you'll ream kind of off to one side. And so what I'm going to do here is make sure I'm in the center. Get the reaming going, and then I'll go clear to the other side this time. I didn't the first time because I wanted to make sure I was in the center of the hole from the opposite side. I actually don't know what size pin we're going to be going for, but we'll just kind of start the burnish process. I like to do this on my knee. Okay, feel the heat. And the reason I like to do this on my knee is because I like to anchor my hand. Otherwise, if you're doing it just in midair, there's a good chance that one of those pulls, you'll kind of accidentally pull it out too far. Then when you push it back in, you might slightly miss the hole, and then it'll just push out your work. But I mean, you guys all know the process where you find the target pin, and then further ream and burnish this to fit that pin. What you do not want is you do not want any movement of the pin in the hole. You don't want it so tight. I mean, you could get it so tight that like that pin cannot turn, cannot spin in the hole, or it's hard to do. At the same time, if you go the opposite direction, then it's too big, and then you've got some of that wobble. So generally hammer flanges, you want slightly on the tighter side on that hammer flange or grand hammer flanges. On jack flanges, you want a little bit on the looser side.
Cool.
Did you learn something?
Always.
Good.
Always.
Okay. Awesome.
I'm going to do it 46 times before I get it right.
Yeah, right. Okay. There it is.